I want you to imagine this: a quiet hum of machinery deep beneath the ocean, the weight of silence crushing like the miles of water above. Then suddenly, nothing but unexplainable static. Now what if I told you this wasn't far-flung fiction, but instead something that actually happened, a vanished submarine that left behind whispers, eerie transmissions, and more questions than answers. The oceans are vast, mysterious. They conceal countless secrets. But one of its darkest mysteries is the story of the lost submarine, a vessel that seemed to vanish off the face of the earth. Welcome to the Nightside Archive, where each tale plunges you deeper into the strange, the chilling, and the unknown. Tonight's story is one that has baffled even the most determined investigators: the last signals of the vanished sub. In the late spring of 1968, a robust military submarine, the USS Scorpion, was on its way back to its home port in Norfolk, Virginia. Her crew of almost 100 men was anticipating shore leave after their grueling deployment in the Atlantic. But this routine return would turn into their final journey. On May 21st, the USS Scorpion was last heard from. Communications were typical, nothing out of the ordinary. But then, silence. No radio updates, no emergency signals. It was as if the submarine had simply ceased to exist. With every passing day, hope dwindled. By the end of May, she was officially deemed overdue and presumed lost. The first question: how does a vessel with sophisticated technology, a disciplined crew, and military precision just vanish without a trace? To find answers, the U.S. Navy launched one of the most extensive investigations of its kind. However, when they finally located the Scorpion over 5 months later, at a depth of 10,000 feet on the ocean floor, the mystery only deepened. The wreckage, scattered like forgotten confetti, painted a surreal picture. Experts initially assigned the cause of the loss to a mechanical malfunction, a plausible scenario given the immense pressures of underwater travel. However, cracks began to surface in this explanation. Pieces of evidence didn't line up. The damage to the submarine looked more consistent with an external explosion than mechanical failure. Here's where the story takes its sinister turn. Whispers began to circulate, a tale not just of technical flaws, but of unseen hands. Could the Scorpion have been the victim of an enemy attack? Or was this a case of sabotage from forces within? During the Cold War, submarines were the silent chess pieces of espionage. Many believe that the Scorpion was shadowing a Soviet vessel. Hidden records hint at peculiar movements in the days leading up to its disappearance, involving both U.S. and Soviet operations. It's long been suggested that an encounter between the two might have escalated in the cold, shadowy depths of the Atlantic. Yet one peculiar angle has kept paranormal researchers scratching their heads. Several of the Scorpion's final transmissions were garbled, distorted, almost otherworldly. Some claim the last words of its crew were never meant to be heard by human ears, as if the men aboard the Scorpion had encountered something not of this world. This theory gained traction thanks to the eerie recording of an unidentified sonar anomaly from around the time and region of the Scorpion's disappearance. Acoustic experts refer to such anomalies as cryptic acoustic events, and they remain a puzzling aspect of oceanic research. The idea that the Scorpion stumbled upon something beyond human comprehension. It may sound absurd to some, but history has shown stranger things. Others suggest the tragedy was related to the so-called black box curse. Military equipment, especially experimental models, is often cloaked in secrecy. There's speculation that the Scorpion may have been carrying a classified payload, a piece of tech not fully understood at the time, which might have malfunctioned in devastating ways. Tales even imply that whatever was on board could have had ties to electromagnetic anomalies, forces capable of disrupting time or navigation systems. However, our final piece of the puzzle winds towards the sea itself. The oceans have long been home to unfathomable pressures, unseen predators, and folklore of ancient beings. The coincidence of strange sonar pings in the Scorpion's last known area has led some to hypothesize creature involvement. Whether that creature is biological, a relic of the primordial age, or a mechanical terror built far beyond human capabilities, theories abound. Moreover, the famed bloop sound recorded decades later reminds us of how much of Earth's underwater is still uncharted terrain. If an unknown species or entity did interact with the submarine, could their intention have been curiosity or destruction? What makes this case endure is the combination of accident, intrigue, and the perpetual question: how much do we truly know about the endless blue void below? 99 men went down with the USS Scorpion, their voices lost to time. Yet the resonance of their plight lingers, a haunting reminder of the mysteries Earth still holds hostage. From whispers of espionage to tales of ancient adversaries, the Scorpion's fate is steeped in speculation. But perhaps the most unnerving aspect of this story, the possibility that it wasn't a mechanical fault, nor a man-made attack, but a secret that has remained buried, invisible, beneath 10,000 feet of water. One that might resurface one day with more terrifying questions than answers. Until then, the ghost of the Scorpion floats in the abyss, a tale trapped in the dark folds of the Atlantic. If you think this story left you with more questions than answers, you're not alone. But remember, the Nightside Archive is a place for the eerie and unexplained, drawing us closer to the edge of understanding, one tale at a time. Until next time, keep your lights low, your curiosity high, and remember, the most chilling stories are the ones that leave the final question hanging like a shadow in the dark.